You're in big trouble, mister!
So, we have to think of something that's going to set us apart. I'm tired of losing the community talent show. We really need to stand out this year.
Yeah, especially from Kenny and Karen.
Yeah, I know, right? They win every year for doing the same thing. Don't get me wrong, they're great, but it's the same thing every year.
At least they're predictable.
Yeah, and we have to use that to our advantage. So, what do we know?
We know Kenny is going to play the piano and Karen is going to sing. We also know they'll perform the latest, most popular pop song to hook the audience.
Man, they are smart.
And super talented. Look, Layla, Kenny and Karen take private music lessons every week. They totally have an advantage. We're the underdogs in this scenario, so we're gonna have to think outside of the box.
You're right. Maybe we need to learn new instruments or a song they'd never expect.
Dazzle them with noise.
Noise? Look, I know I'm not the best singer, but if we're gonna win this as underdogs, I think we're gonna need some help.
Okay, let's try the history app.
Good idea. Underdog. Yes, a palace. So beautiful. And it even smells great.
Yeah, it does smell good. It's like it's made of cedar. What are these piles of stuff?
Ooh, gold, silver, and some other stuff.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, it sounds like music. Let's go check it out. Pardon me, sir. Are you the royal musician or?
No. Haven't been that in years. It's King David now. Did you bring anything for the temple?
Oh, King David! That sounds familiar from Sunday school. Nice to meet you, Your Highness. My name is Leo, and this is my sister, Layla. Sorry, but we haven't brought you anything for the temple.
Oh, everyone invited today was supposed to bring materials for the building of God's temple. So why are you here?
Actually, we're from the future, and we came here to figure out what to do about being the underdog.
Underdog? I had a dog when I was a shepherd. Does that help?
Oh no, not like a real dog. Being an underdog is an expression. It's like when you've got no advantage and nobody thinks you can win.
Ah, now that I can help with. I was born an underdog. I had little chance of winning anything.
What do you mean? How can you be born an underdog?
Well, I was the youngest of 8 sons. I was the last one on the list for everything. Usually the firstborn son gets all of the privileges around here.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I'm the youngest too.
Oh, Leo, it can't be that bad. Though being the oldest does mean I get to stay up later on school nights.
Not only did my birth order put me at a disadvantage, I was born in Bethlehem.
What's wrong with Bethlehem?
Nothing is really wrong with Bethlehem. It was a wonderful home. It's just a very small town, not where you expect anything amazing to happen.
Well, that's sure gonna change.
I had a very modest, humble childhood. I was a country boy, not a prince. Most future kings are raised in the palace from birth.
So when did you find out you were gonna be king?
I was young. At the time, I was just a shepherd tending to my father's sheep. I spent my days herding and playing my lyre. They were long days, so I got pretty good at it. Then, one day, I was just out there playing when I got word that my father needed to see me right away. I was thinking, oh boy, what have I done now?
Yikes, that's usually not good.
Well, when I got home, I saw my brothers and my dad chatting with Samuel, and I thought, what is a prophet doing here?
Yeah, why was he there?
He was there to find the person that God had chosen to become the next king of Israel. Surprising to everyone, it wasn't the king's son. It wasn't even my oldest brother. God had chosen me. Even Samuel was shocked by the idea of me, the youngest, a lowly shepherd boy, the underdog, becoming king.
That is kind of surprising. Why did God choose you?
I guess you could say it was because I had total faith in him.
Wow, so it wasn't based on some amazing skill you had or how rich and popular you were?
That's right. God didn't care where I came from, what I looked like, or if I was already a champion. He cared about what was in my heart. God knew that I loved him, and the Spirit of the Lord has been with me ever since. even in my worst underdog moments.
Oh yeah? Like when?
Well, even though I just played the lyre for fun to pass the time while herding sheep, King Saul requested for me to come be his personal royal musician. I was shocked. I didn't have any formal lessons. The king could have chosen anyone to play music for him, but he had chosen me.
Hey, that sounds like us. Layla and I want to be in our neighborhood talent show, but we don't have any kind of formal training. It's gonna be tough for us to get picked as winners.
Yeah, we don't get to take any kind of lessons since they're so expensive. I guess we never looked into lyre lessons, though.
King David, I bet you were so nervous, going from playing for sheep to playing for King Saul.
Sure, I was nervous, but like I said, I have total faith in God, and if that's where he wanted me to be, then I trusted it would all work out, regardless of my skill.
How did it go?
It was great at first. I wasn't just a shepherd anymore. I got to spend time with the king, seeing how it was done. I played music all day and wrote lots of new songs.
Nice! Moving on up in the world. You were becoming less of an underdog.
I guess you could say that. Depending on the situation, others didn't quite agree. For example, when I fought Goliath.
Yeah, we know that story. Everyone thought you were crazy for wanting to fight a giant.
Yeah, we learned that he was huge. Why did you want to fight someone like that?
Yes, Goliath the Philistine was incredibly tall and strong. He taunted the armies of Israel for so long that it was becoming shameful. Nobody else wanted to fight a giant, so I accepted the challenge. Nobody thought I could win. He was a trained soldier, a giant trained soldier, and I was just a shepherd. But I couldn't stand him embarrassing our God and our people anymore.
So here you are again, an underdog taking on another challenge you had no training for.
Exactly. I was never in the army, but I had been in dangerous situations before when guarding my sheep from a lion and even a bear. Those times, God protected me and gave me an advantage where I had none. I killed the attackers then, so I had no doubt that he would protect me against Goliath too.
Not bad. Fighting wild animals is a pretty good warm-up.
Yeah, I guess I had some experience against beasts, but no formal training as a soldier.
Right, and you were still the little guy. Literally.
Yes, but the battle belonged to God, so I knew I could defeat Goliath. Without any armor, I charged towards the giant and, using my slingshot, I whipped a stone directly into his forehead, and then, bam! He fell straight to the ground.
Classic underdog story. You killed a giant with a small rock. I bet it was all wins for you after that.
Not so much. God still had to help me through more challenges. For instance, remember how I said it was fun to play the lyre for King Saul at first?
For sure, it sounded like a great gig.
Well, the fun didn't last long. King Saul tried to kill me many times. He chased me around for years. Once again, I had no advantage, and it didn't seem like a fight I should be able to win. I didn't have a huge army, endless supplies, and shelter.
Why did King Saul want to kill you?
He didn't like that a small-town guy like me was having victories and receiving praise from his followers. This caused him to go crazy with jealousy and rage. He saw me as competition. He saw me as a threat to his throne.
Yikes. Sounds like competition can get pretty fierce around here. Kenny and Karen may see us as a threat to their talent show victory, so they can be kind of rude. But at least they aren't trying to kill us. I would have been terrified if a crazy guy was chasing me. Weren't you scared?
Nah, my enemies don't shake me, for my rock and fortress is the Lord. I knew I wouldn't be abandoned, even in my most challenging times.
Did you ever have to fight King Saul face to face?
I had opportunities to fight him, but I refused to. I couldn't kill a king who had been chosen by God.
So how did you defeat him and claim your throne?
I didn't. I kept running and hiding, and Saul kept trying to kill me until his own death while battling the Philistine army. It was a very sad time for our people.
Well, at least you could finally move into the palace and become the king.
Not quite. I moved to Judah and patiently waited another 7.5 years for God to fulfill my destiny of becoming king over all of Israel.
Ugh, I couldn't be that patient if a crown was just waiting for me. So what did you do there? Just hang out and play more music?
Oh no. I worked hard for the people to gain their trust, all while keeping loyal to God's plan. In time, He rewarded me by defeating my rivals, and, at last, I took the throne.
Awesome! The underdog wins again.
Yes, I did. I finally got the chance to fulfill my destiny of being king. Sometimes you can't help starting in a position of disadvantage, but if you work hard, your victories are even more exciting.
You're definitely right about that. Everyone loves it when someone comes from behind to win. So now that you were the king, what did you do?
Well, I united all of Israel and made Jerusalem its capital city. I built many new buildings and this beautiful palace, and completely defeated the Philistines. Now I'm preparing for the construction of a magnificent temple to God, something nobody has done before. But by now, I know, no task is too big if God is with us.
You're a talented man, King David.
Thank you, Leo. You are too kind. My life has been full of challenges, ones that everyone thought I was too small, too unimportant, or too unequipped to overcome. I have learned that there is always a need for hard work, but sometimes there's also a need for hard wait. I never try to win any of life's battles alone, knowing they all belong to God.
You're right. Even though we don't have any advantages, winning isn't impossible.
Yeah, but we still don't have enough time to put in the hard work before the talent show. There's no way we can perform a better song than Kenny and Karen. Everyone already expects them to win.
Then you must do something that nobody expects. Don't play music. Just as I didn't fight Goliath with the same weapon he was fighting me with, no one ever thought a pebble could defeat a sword. Find your pebble.
That's it! Our talent doesn't have to be big and flashy, it just has to be us.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Whatever you end up doing, no matter what odds are against you, give it your very best effort.
Thanks, King David. We gotta get back and practice now. Good luck with your temple.
Bye. Did you hear the audience? They loved our comedy routine.
Yeah, we were pretty funny. Even though we didn't beat Kenny and Karen, I definitely wouldn't call us underdogs anymore. Second place is pretty amazing.
Yeah, especially when the scores were so close. It's just like King David. We'll have to wait, but maybe next year will be our year.
If you'd like to time travel with Leo and Layla again, please visit PragerUKids.com and watch more of their adventures.